Fox News with Kent Clark.
Guys, that's pronounced phone news.
Thank you for tuning in to Fox News with Kent Clark. This week's very special episode of Us versus Them deals with education. That's right, we went to 6 cities in 4 different countries to ask them how they felt about their education system. What our field reporter Brian Spain finds out might shock you. Over to you, Brian.
Well, I was homeschooled, and I ended up college felt like kind of a waste of time and kind of like you didn't learn. I wish they would give you more space to learn what you wanted to.
You're right.
And get more skills.
Right.
Yeah.
Education system is total
Yeah.
Yeah, I think standardized testing, I think all of it is just pumping out these automatons that, it's mindless and you don't have any real practical skills. You go to school and they don't teach you how to fill out your tax form, but I'm so glad I know the Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
You can help build a pyramid in Egypt with that, but when it comes...
Even to that is the problem.
I think that compared to other countries, our education system is okay. But again, I think that, universities should be free. Everyone deserves to learn, and there are people that can't go out and get an education because they can't afford it.
It's adequate, but if you really want a good one, you're going to have to pay for it, unfortunately.
It was good. I can't fault it at any point, really. I can't compare it to anything,
Right.
But university was great. They help with your student loans. They help with your travel expenses, that kind of stuff, so I can't fault it, to be honest.
Well, that's going to be an overarching question for me because I don't agree with the education system globally. Okay. It's horrific. We have Obama wants to roll out these international schools in developing countries, right. And you wonder, okay, whose education system are you teaching? Whose history are you teaching? And what is going to be the end result? Because it scares me, that does. Our education system, as with most education systems, it gets you ready for a capitalist result. It gets you ready to go and churn like a rat into everything else. And it doesn't educate you to build. It doesn't educate you to be creative. It educates you to become part of a system.
The education system is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
We're one of the lowest in the U.S.
Yes.
in terms of educational attainment. We have the fewest days of school of any state in the U.S.
Well, what's more important in the world? There's 911 and everything associated with that, so security and whatever, all that stuff. And then water, sewage, those important things. And then education. And now they're actually closing down schools. Right. When it's really it should be really on the top, but the priorities are way up there, and I don't know, I don't understand it exactly. So up my taxes a little bit for just that little more thing.
They seem to be great. I didn't go to school here.
Oh, where did you go to school at?
I'm from Idaho.
Okay.
So looks like the kids around here have a lot to do, at least in terms of art and culture.
Education of, Finland, this is the best place. So, welcome.
The education system here, it's a little different. That I've also heard is the best in the world, but I think what no one takes into consideration is that you have to explain the differences to foreigners when they come here to study. So a lot of it hits us by surprise. We either, from my own personal experience, it's kind of a fake it till you make it kind of a system. You fail and you don't exactly know why until eventually you just kind of figure out what you're supposed to be doing, right. Which of course is good. The organicness of that is really good, that you have to learn yourself, but it can be quite frustrating.
Yes, everything is free there. Even if you are a student here, there are many things you can gain, you can have advantage of. Like the school bus is half price, everything is half if you are a student here, and everything is free of charge, students.
In some parts of our countries, it's good. In some parts, it's they offer the children a lot. I don't feel when it comes to school lunches and stuff like that I think it's ridiculous that kids, if they don't have the money, they go the whole day without eating. Right. I don't believe in they don't let kids They don't let them have their own personalities. They try to tell them how to dress, what to do, what they need to do. Like, I just feel like it could be better in a lot more parts. It could be a lot better.
Well, I'm a product of the Seattle public school system, and I think I turned out okay. Other people may disagree. So I would say it's good if you can work within it. It's probably like that everywhere, though. You know what I mean? You just gotta know the system, and you gotta get out of it what you can.
It was terrible.
Terrible?
Terrible.
What was it about that you didn't like?
The teachers were underpaid, and they were did not care very much about their job, and the students, nobody really cared about what they were doing. So unless you were driven yourself to succeed, it wasn't going to happen.
This I do know. So the education is great. I mean, I obviously came from Canada for a program that doesn't actually exist back home. So
very good. Again, it's free, so very good.
Well, in Scotland, education's free, so I think that is fantastic, and Scotland's a real pioneer of free education in the world. So I think I'm really happy about that. Whereas in England, you have to pay for education, and of course in America, tuition costs are sky high.
Wow, Brian, when I thought your reporting couldn't get any better, it did. You are a shining light of American freedom. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The people of the world have vastly different opinions on their education system. It seems the people of Finland love theirs the most. Maybe we should find out what they're doing and implement it here stateside. However, I still believe the United States is the greatest country on this earth. I feel like I should start a chant of USA. I love America. If you love America too, continue watching Fox News with Kent Clark. Have a great day, America.